a lot of trending hashtags, and I predict 2016 there's definitely going to be another YOLO. So that's why I suggest this API, hashtags and tag a list. They determine and they show you what the hashtags mean, so you can be the young social teen you want and jump onto the hashtags um, bandwagon. And I don't want to go into detail about each one of these APIs, but you can kind of read on the screen about what I put a short description on it. And also, there are a ton of APIs. I don't know if I mentioned that. There's hundreds and thousands. This one website I have put on the bottom, programmable web, where you can find a lot of them. Okay, and so now the most important topic to go over. Don't be a noob. Does anybody in here like being a noob? No. So, so please don't automate engagement. Does, okay, can I just take a show of hands? If you've ever called into customer service, do anybody like speaking to robots? No, nobody likes robots. Please do not automate engagement. Don't be a noob. Just don't. Okay, and so now this is the end of my talk, and I want to be a part of the future. So I have a little QR code on the side of the screen, and also I'm kind of, since I have this room for a long time, I want to open it up to any questions you guys might have for me. I'll take the question for this lady I've known for 14 years.
What was the name of the one that you used to when you were coordinating with your friends for a class project? I forgot the name of that one. What was that one?
And so I forgot to mention this. There's also another app I use called Slack. And basically, if anybody knows the hassle of being with a team project, you have to like send text messages or you have to go back and forth and email. And basically, Slack is just a way easier app to control all your team together. And so me and my dad were talking about this and how it will be way easier to have Slack because it's all everything in one app. And so my dad actually reached out to Slack and they gave me a pair of socks and some stickers. And what's better than socks? So yeah. Oh yeah, and I can't stop talking about Slack because. Oh yeah, and actually I can't be officially part of Slack is because I'm 14 and you have to be 18. But because they reached out to me, they're going to be soon lowering that age. So, yay for automation! Okay. Yes.
Maybe a little different. So she do.
Mhm. For PowerPoint, I think. Okay. Well, I can actually suggest the program that I use. It's called Prezi, and it's actually you don't have to download anything. It's all on Prezi. But if you don't, and also that there are a whole bunch of applications that offer PowerPoints. Like I know there's one. If you go to the exhibit hall, they're called LibreOffice, but they also have an add-on called LibreOffice Impress, and so it's basically PowerPoint where you can present that. Yeah, also if she needs any help, you can just email me since I know you guys are really close to me. Are there any other questions?
You you have to go to or do not. So what do you do next after that?
text messages. Okay, so there are actually a lot of different ways you can automate your text messages. Like for mine, all of my text messages kind of just sit there in a long unread pile of messages. And so I saw a recipe on Slack where you can actually, like, say if you have multiple devices, you can push them over to your tablet, or if you have an iPhone, you can jailbreak it. Because I love jailbreaking my phone. I can't jailbreak it right now because I didn't mean to update to iOS 9. But yeah, there are a lot of add-ons you can do, like call bar if you ever, yeah. Just, but you can always email me and I can tell you everything. Oh yeah, and also Twilio. That's an API that me and my dad actually use, and it's basically you can call and text from your own Twilio number, and then from the API you can just send out calls from anywhere and you get your own number. So yeah, I think that's a really cool API you should check out. Okay. Any other questions? Oh yes.
Putting, like they sent me.
Okay, well, the main thing taking up the space in my phone, well, I can't speak for everyone, but I listen to a lot of music, so I probably have about 1,000 songs on my phone. And so, um, I know there are a lot of open source cloud software, and so do you know what the cloud is? Yeah, basically you can just push all your stuff to the cloud, and then there's just a whole bunch of open source clouds. I can't name a whole bunch of them right now, but if you go to the Expo 4, they'll tell you a little bit more about that.
Hey, Keila, I have a question.
Sorry, could you repeat?
I can. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Do you have an app on your phone that you really dislike?
Dislike because
Yeah.
like some features or something? Oh yeah, I have a ton of apps because that later and I never end up using it, so it just ends up in a folder. And so, were you asking for like a specific app or?
Maybe something to have get off your lawn as get off our lawn as your part of our vocabulary might use something that you might use that I might not. So I was just
Um, I could probably say Pocket. I mean, Pocket is a really useful app, but like ever since I got data, I don't really need to like save stuff for later, and so I mostly just use it on my tablet. So yeah.
Do you have a app? What did the lifelong app do? App that can automate like receipts and stuff. You know, I always get all these Kaggle receipts and everything. Is there a way to an app that can accumulate all the receipts that I have and keep track of spending? Or
Yeah, I just saw a guy on Programmable Web about that. I can't remember the name, but basically, okay, there are two apps I can kind of recommend. There's the one API I've been telling you about, and then there's another app I use. It can save you a lot of money, and so it's called Checkout 51. So basically, it gives you a list of groceries or anything you want to, like say tomatoes. Like everybody buys tomatoes unless you don't like them, and so basically you can just get cash back for a lot of that. So you just upload your receipt, and then once you have like $20 worth of stuff, it'll send you a check every month. So that can kind of automate your spending, so make sure you're buying more healthy stuff. And then the other API I was telling you about, I don't remember the name, but if you email me, I can get back to you about that. And so yeah, thank you.
kind of
raise hand. Keila Banks.